Hey, Coach. I guess, not much left to say after a third period like that.
Nope. You have a question, Jimmy? I'd be happy to answer it.
Yeah, okay. What went wrong in your eyes?
Well, we didn't execute very well. We got down on ourselves, tried to do too much there. A couple of pinches, shorthanded goal against. I think it was the third and fourth, fourth and fifth. We just we didn't stick with it. We gave up a third goal that, a young kid just got caught a little bit, not moving his feet. And then we pressed, made some mistakes, gave their top players time and space, and they buried us.
Thanks.
Yep.
We'll go to Chris Ryan.
Hey, Bruce, just your thoughts on the puck management there in the third and some of the decisions that were made, and your overall thoughts on the overall attitude in that third sense of urgency.
Well, there wasn't any, so that's a problem. I don't usually see that with our club. Decision making, obviously, listen, we got some young players in the lineup, so we're going to live with certain mistakes, but I think Charlie pressed a little there in the third. Again, it's a good defensive team. They don't give you much. You need to have patience. We found our game halfway through the first into the second, and we're in a good position in the third. And we just, like I said, we made some poor decisions on the fourth and fifth goal that, gave them easy odd man rushes with their top players, like I said. And the last two, I think, now you're discouraged. You want to get the game over with, and you really stop playing. So we're not going to overanalyze those. They were just harder in front of our net. They kept playing, we didn't. Just discouraging, don't get me wrong. But I think the sort of third, fourth, and fifth goal were, like I said, we just weren't good enough, and that was that.
Thanks.
There are no other hands at this time. We'll do a quick final call for questions. We'll go to Kevin Paul Dupont. Go ahead, Kevin.
Butch, I realize this has all just happened. You've got Rask to go tomorrow. Any other possible lineup changes to try to kind of change the mood or history?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Obviously, on D, we have Steven Camphor, who's healthy. I don't believe Matt Grzelcyk is ready. Obviously, we could go that direction. Up front, I don't know. We'll look at the game a little closer. I don't want to be rash. We have a good hockey club in there, and we want to give players an opportunity to atone. I don't think our top guys, our top line, gave us a whole lot tonight, but we're not going to take them out of the lineup. They're guys we rely on every night, and I assume they'll be better tomorrow. Bottom of the lineup, we could look at that, but most of the time around here, we've tried to give guys an opportunity to bounce back. I think to a man, guys in the room know that they weren't at their best for 60 minutes. So sometimes it's good to get right back at it. So, but we'll make that decision tomorrow, Kevin.
It's been such a rarity in your 4 years that there's been a game like this that it gets away. Typically, if there is a typically here, is there a way to get a foothold just to stop the bleeding in these things?
Well, a timeout could have called a timeout after the power play goal. We made a switch on the back end and just said, let's keep playing here. That's the problem with the timeout is if you do need to challenge something, now that it gets slipping a bit, you don't have that opportunity later. So that's what you're always weighing. So you hope that you have veteran players on the ice that they'll settle things down, and that didn't happen for us that way. So in hindsight, I should have. I thought they just got on the ice on the power play, and it was, one of those plays that, a bouncing puck. So it wasn't like they weren't trying to score or recover the puck. It just, we knocked it out of the air, and we had a guy committed to keeping it in, and all of a sudden they're gone. And, it was a little bit of an unfortunate sort of circumstance as well. But so I thought, well, we'll leave him out there. Charlie was frustrated, so get him off, get another D out there, and see if we can get some offense going. But didn't work out that way. I think from then on, we kind of lost our way.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
We'll go to Joe Haggerty.
Hey, Butchie, this Islanders team has now given you guys 3 of the 4 regulation losses you have this year. Is there just something unique about them that's giving you a hard time at all when you look at the games?
Well, we've been tied every game going into the third. I thought we did our best work the first time in here. It was a 1-0. They got a fortunate deflection where we stayed patient. It's how they play. It's how they play. And I'd like to think when we're on our game, we're, pretty structured and responsible, and how we can put teams away. So beat us at our own game a little bit in terms of not beating yourself. I thought tonight was a real good example. We beat ourselves in the third period, clearly. Give them credit. They capitalized on their opportunities. But like I said, I think those goals 3, 4, and 5 that sort of put us behind, that, a little bit of is on us trying to force things or not executing. So the similarity is, they stick with their game the last few times in here. The last time we're in here was our third and fourth nights. The third period could have just been a simple issue of, they had more juice in the tank, but at the end of the day, they found a way every time. Obviously the Barzell matchup at home, you have a little better opportunity to get that. But, having said that, Crowley's line, we're comfortable with them playing against good players every night. Tonight, we didn't check well enough against that group, but again, we also gave one up to their skill on our power play. So that's been a concern lately. We've been not very good, and that was what happened last time in here, Hags, too. We had a chance to get back in the game in the power play. We gave up a shorthanded goal. So that's been one of the constants, I guess, as well, is that we haven't been able to capitalize on offensive opportunity, on the man advantage, and actually give them a goal to put us further in the hole.